Going to be just
He does have a home O-line. He ain't got no choice. Nah, he's played a lot of football here. The benefit our guys have had is a consistent voice. I mean, pretty much everybody in the room has been with us. And then the new guys we come in have experience and they wanted to be here. So, like Darius, Mo, Rob, like all those guys have had one voice, one deal. They understand the expectations. So, I mean, it's light work for Darius now. I mean, he can move wherever we need to. It's not even a challenge anymore for him. It's just where do we need him to win games.
Is it fair to say you feel like Rob, Maurice, Jeremiah are pillars, foundational pieces?
Well, Jeremiah has become that. He had a lot of growing to do because he basically had an off season and then he was on the field. I have belief in his potential of what he can be because his work ethic and what I saw him do in improvement. I've been very excited about his improvement as we've gone forward this off season because of his focus improvement. And also the relationship got better. The relationship got deeper. So now it's not just I'm in Florida State, I'm going to do what you say because I'm in Florida State. It's not, no. I truly believe in what we're doing. I trust you, coach. I'm going to do exactly, you know what I mean? It's a different change of, hey, I'm going to come here and go play and handle my business and go get drafted. Now it's like the mindset changed with as the relationship grows. But when you talk about pillars, Keandre Jones is in that. I mean, to come in and play that role like he did and still did a really good job. Maurice is, I mean, like, yes, those guys are staples. I mean, they should be though. And they play a lot of football. They've been in every situation that can happen in college football, from good or bad. They've experienced. There's nothing. They've experienced big wins, big losses, close wins, close losses, injury, disappointment, highs, stuff that's never happened in college football before. They're batting of an eye, and they still get treated like that. I mean, I just text Maurice because he's supposed to be a treatment at a certain time. You know what I mean? Like, they still have the same accountability deal, but nah, man, them guys are. I'm scored with those guys.
Any thought of Julian moving inside at all?
Yeah, he's gonna take a lot of inside reps here this spring. But I mean, Julian could go out there and play it, but just more maximizing Julian to be able to showcase his ability. Where he's a physical, go get it player, get his feet in the ground, get his hands on you. So I'm trying to more put him in a position where he'll feel more comfortable to go get in there early and go contribute.
Who are some guys who could get reps at center? Obviously, I like Maurice.
Yeah, so you got Mo, Terrence Ferguson has done it, Richie has done it, Otto is training at it, and Ty Hilton is training at it. And Darius, of course, can go in at any time and play.
Talk about Richie a little bit. Just how useful is it to get a guy that comes in and has played multiple positions in the college experience that he has already, be able to be a Swiss Army knife and arises?
Richie has been phenomenal because of his impact on the younger guys when he got it. Like, he came in, I mean, he left, I mean, he was like, man, I'm going threes, man, I'm here as a tool if you need me. And he's been leading by example. He didn't miss one tour duty, didn't miss one off-season workout. I mean, he came in and had his mouth closed and just went to work and led by example. So as much as you can have that, it always picks up those younger guys that are like, okay, I got to be on point. So it creates that inner competition. Even though you still got a relationship, you're still competing, but it creates it in an environment where it's not dog eat dog. It's iron sharpen iron.
Brotherhood is important in any position through, but especially in the offensive line, having that camaraderie is really important to have success. So to see guys come in and be able to do that, and also just the returning leadership, how are you liking the development of that this way through this generation?
It takes time. I mean, brotherhood is just a word. The action of it is actually living it out when they're not in here and not giving speeches and things like that. So that takes time. Like we added, 2 freshmen with Ty and Todd who are here now. We still got 2 more freshmen coming. We added 2 transfer guys, and they're still learning. JB is on his 2nd year. Keandre is on his 2nd year. So they're still building their relationship with time spent with each other. But just because you walk in a room with a tight-knit group don't mean automatically you're brothers. That just sounds good for the speech. But they're starting to put that time in outside of it. Like, Maurice didn't go home for spring break. And guys are pairing up with each other. And like, hey, I'm going to stay here tonight. Or I'm going to go to his house for spring break. Or hey, this weekend I'm going to go to his house. I'm going to go fishing with them today. Like, that takes an effort, and it's got to be real. It's not just we're in the same room, we're in the same locker room, so we brothers. I mean, as soon as you have a little bit of adversity, that'll break. So I think I like that they're trying to put the effort in and making it for real.
The offense overall, Mike made the comment that he felt like this was the fastest team that he's had since he's been at Florida State. You added Jalen Lucas, obviously Jalen Brown as a bench can really spread and get out over the top. Just do you agree with Mike's assessment that this is the fastest team?
That was an effort to make sure we did. We felt like we've always been good. We wanted to get faster, and now those guys still got to come in and do it. They still got to do it, but we needed to get more. We needed to get faster on offense. So that was a focused effort to get faster because we love big plays and we think we had some really, really big plays with some more speed on the field.
Mike also said that this is probably the strongest team you guys have had collectively. So strongest, fastest. It's gonna be a really simple question, I guess. Maybe a simple answer, maybe not. Like why? Why is the team faster and stronger than it's ever been? You're not higher.
Time. Yeah, I mean, like of course recruiting becomes a part of it, but sometimes you recruit good players with high potential that's not very strong. So I think that over time, understanding the expectation, seeing the result of the work pay off, so more buy-in into the work, no more questioning, because when you first come in and you first bring new guys in, they do what you tell them to do, but they're still trying to wait to see the result. Now there's no more waiting to see the result because they've seen the results, so they know it works. So now there's an attacking the work instead of just doing the work. So I think that's what more the focus level is. And we got some experience, and if you look at the O-line, D-lines, linebackers, bigger bodies, strong. I mean, I think it's just a combination of all of it, and also just Josh Dorn and their staff. People talk about consistency of the staff, the consistency of the strength staff with DJ, with Lanier, with Storms, with Dowdy. Like those guys have been together too in the same weight room with the same relationship with those players. So it's no more questioning the work, or I'm just doing the work to check off the boxes. No, I'm attacking the work, and I'm coming to him because I got a relationship with him to do more to individually get myself where I want to go instead of just following the sheet. Like, okay, this is the workout, this is what I'm going to do. Like, no, I trust Coach. Coach, I did this. Now, individually, what can I do to get stronger and faster?
Do you expect that speed to unlock anything different in the offense this year?
It's better. I mean, that's what we brought. I mean, like, so separation was one thing we wanted to more kind of focus on, is getting open, separating. But, I mean, we still got to go learn them. I mean, this is our first time in the spring putting them out there. So just because you're faster, our job is to get them to play faster. So that starts with understanding and confidence, because this is the first time some of these guys will see these signals. So as fast as you are, if you're doing something for the first time and not confident, you're still a slow player. So what we got to do is build confidence throughout the work so we get to see the speed on the field. You can't just say go run, you know what I mean? We got to make sure they understand the depth, understand the alignments, understand the why. So that's what this spring is about. But yes, it does help in creating, because, I mean, you saw it with Trey Benson, you saw it with Ja'Kai. I mean, we've had speed, but I don't think we had this amount of people who can run like they can.
Do you expect to have all your guys available throughout spring?
Absolutely. I think the only guy that's not going to go through spring, I think, is Rob Scott, which is still a possibility. He'll go through. Everybody else will roll.
And then Jalen Early, I mean, year 3 for him, pivotal year for everybody, but just how much in the mix is Jalen to be a contributor?
All the way, And now this day and time in college football, if you're not, they leave. So by them being here shows you that they have confidence in what's been built, where they at on the depth chart, and their chances to play.
What have you seen from DJ? You mentioned like relationship building, how important that is for a quarterback who might be the starter, only has 8 months here on campus. Like, what have you seen from him in terms of that buy-in and making himself available to
humbleness. I mean, I think he leads by with his humble approach to it. Like, he wouldn't even know he was in the room. I mean, but you can see him behind the scenes encouraging players, starting to build those relationships from the ground up, because I mean, this is a guy that's won a lot of good football games, and competed for a conference championship last year and played one of his best years. And when he walks in the room, he just looks like a walk-on quarterback. Like, he's like, I'm just here to learn, prepare, and build relationships. So I think his leading deal is his humbleness, willing to learn, and just consistency. So it'd be interesting to see once we get out on the grass.
Were those traits, when you guys were recruiting him, was that stuff that was obvious?
Absolutely. I mean, there's always a sense of a guy that wants to be here and wants to be a part of it, that kind of takes a proudness over it. But he still had to go through his process. We went through ours, but at the end of the day, both parties wanted to be with each other. So we're just making it happen.
One of the talking points was the retention of staff. One of maybe 5 teams in the country that retain all of their assistant coaching staff this season. just, I guess, what kind of impact does that have on you as the offensive coordinator? Be able to work with Ron and work with Chris every single year, get an idea for the type of bodies they like, how they like to run with position groups. So just how much does that help you?
More comfort and strain, because it can go two ways. You can get complacent because you know each other, you know how you operate. But if you've truly been working together and building a relationship, now you can strain each other even more because we know without a shadow of a doubt we got each other's back. So now you can have even more uncomfortable conversations, even more pushing, because we understand what approach we need to take and we understand our true relationship off the field, just like players. So you can say it's an advantage because it's all the same, but it's also can be a disadvantage if we're not still pushing each other, making sure we're on point, challenging more to be better and all that kind of stuff. And that's Coach Norvell's approach. So I think us being together helps because the true relationship helps us push each other further. Like, hey, we're watching this cut up, hey, that's not good enough. You know, hey, we're watching short yardage, that ain't good enough. Like, oh, hey, that's my fault, I left the tight end. Or to call things out and not just ignore because of fear of relationship breaking, where now we know what it is, so let's go get better.